Vaccines by Cara Florence and John Florence. Your immune system can recognize different germs because each germ looks different. Those differences are called antigens. When your immune system sees a new germ, it makes antibodies that match that germ's antigen. Antibodies can fit around the germ's antigen perfectly, like a magnetic puzzle piece. Once the antibody sticks to the antigen, your immune system can get rid of that germ. Sometimes you can still get sick the first time you get a germ, but if you get that germ again, you will have antibodies ready and your body will act faster and stronger, so you might not even feel sick the second time. But there are some germs that are so bad, you don't want to be sick with them ever. Luckily, we have vaccines. Vaccines help your immune system stop those bad germs from getting you sick. Sometimes you get vaccines when you go to the doctor's office. Vaccines show your immune system what really bad germs look like, so your body can make antibodies without getting sick from the germ. To make vaccines, scientists may use antigen pieces from these really bad germs, or scientists can make versions of the germ that can't get you sick but still looks the same. Your body makes antibodies to the vaccine antigens just like it would if you got sick with the real germ. Then, if your body sees that germ later, it will get rid of it before it makes you sick. It's important that most people get vaccinated so bad germs won't spread easily. This is called herd immunity, and it helps protect people who can't get vaccines, like newborns. Vaccines have saved people's lives. Maybe you can make the vaccines of the future. Okay, so we just read the book Vaccines from Baby Med School by Cara Florence and John Florence. And I know when we read this book with the children, they had a lot of questions about how the immune system works. So I thought Did you ever wonder how your body works to fight off things like germs and infections? Well, here are Leonard and Sheldon to help walk you through it.
Your body is a collection of amazing systems that are designed to keep you healthy and growing. The one in charge of fighting off germs is called the immune system, and it is full of tiny heroes who work together to keep those germs from taking over your body and making you sick. The immune system has many outposts throughout your body, like in your bones and lymph nodes. But today, we are just going to focus on what happens with the tiny heroes in your blood. Plasma is the liquid part. Its job is to bring water, salt, and nutrients all around your body. Think of it like a river that delivers all this important stuff everywhere. Hitching a ride in this river are a whole bunch of important hero cells. Red blood cells are the guys who bring fresh air to every cell in your body. And platelets are your body's own Band-Aid makers. When you get a cut or scrape, these platelets go to your boo-boo and stack themselves together to form a scab. This keeps germs from sneaking in through your skin. But we all know germs get in other ways too. Lucky for us, we have soldier cells called white blood cells. When our white blood cells detect an intruder, they head over and gobble them up. They vacuum up those bad guy germs and send them out of your body. But that's not all they can do. After meeting a germ, your white soldier cells actually make something to help them remember and recognize those pesky germs so that they can find them even quicker next time. We call these antibodies, and these guys float around the river looking to find the germs they were made to mark. If they find one, they stick themselves onto it and keep the germ from making more of itself. They can also signal the white blood cells where to go to gobble up the intruders. Our bodies can make antibodies in two ways. The first is to get sick and then get better. The second is to get a vaccine. That's where doctors show your immune system a tiny bit of some germs so they can make those antibodies without getting sick. Either way, your amazing immune system is always on alert and ready to help you fight germs and keep yourself healthy.
So I thought it would be a fun thing to make an interactive immune system that they could play with in their sensory boxes. So in order to do that, here is what you need. So the first thing you need, the red blood cells. So for that, we're just gonna use water beads. If you have Orbeez, you can sit there and pick out the red ones, or you can go on Amazon and order a pack. We're just going to add a little bit of yellow color to some water for our plasma. My students think that it's super cool that our body makes its own Band-Aid. And so we're going to make platelets. And platelets are those blood cells that get called to you when you get a cut or a scrape, and they stack themselves up and they make a scab. So I'm just freehanding this, but I'm gonna cut little circles from this craft foam to represent the platelets. And I'm just gonna keep cutting and cutting and cutting. Then for our white blood cells, we're gonna use these big guys. These are the superstars of our immune system. These are the white blood cells. Those are easy, some ping pong balls. And last but not least, we're going to make antibodies, because when this white blood cell encounters a new germ, it makes something called an antibody. And those antibodies will get stuck. They'll stick themselves to the germs and alert the white blood cells that they have to come and gobble something up. And they're white shaped. So I'm just taking these pipe cleaners and twisting them into Y shapes. And I'm going to tell the children that they're different colors, because for every germ your body meets, it makes a different antibody. So, you know, this one might be chickenpox, and this one might be COVID. And of course, pom-poms of your choosing to represent germ. Because I wanted my students to be able to take home the example of their immune system, I decided to make individual fidget bags. But if you're doing this with a small group of children, by all means, you don't need to follow this recipe. So here's how we're going to make our fidget. You're going to start with a sturdy plastic bag, and into that you are going to put your Orbeez. Those are our red blood cells, right? They're bringing oxygen all around our body. You can stand it up in a cup to give it a little bit of stability. Next, you're going to get your syringe and fill that up with some plasma, right? That's the stuff that makes the river run, right? And then we're going to add those Band-Aid makers, those platelet cells that are going to build themselves into our own Band-Aids if we get cuts and scrapes. Now it's time for our white blood cell soldier cells that are going to gobble up all the germs. And next, we need a germ to add, right? Because you got to fight something. So in goes your germs. And then it's time to add your antibodies. As those white blood cells meet those germs, they're going to make those antibodies so that next time they know exactly what to fight and where to go. And there you have it. You've got your fidget, your immune system fidget.